So transplantation is either disease donor type or living donor type. Disease donor, when we take the liver, when we harvest the liver from a road traffic accident patient, a diseased patient with brain dead donor, they that is called a disease donor liver transplantation. Whereas when we take a portion of a donor liver, for example, right lobe, and implant into the recipient, that is called a living donor liver transplantation because liver has the capacity to regenerate. So, who needs a liver transplantation? When is it done? What are the options available? How is the procedure per se? How do we manage post transplant? Is it successful? These are different questions which come in. So, first question, who needs liver transplantation? Liver disease or end stage liver disease, that is hepatitis B, hepatitis C, alcoholic liver disease, metabolic liver disease, Wilson's, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or newer, at present it's called metabolic syndrome associated fatty liver disease, cryptogenic cirrhosis in children, especially biliary atresia, then something called acute liver failure, and also cancers such as hepatocellular carcinoma. I'll be showing subsequently. So alcohol, as you all know, it is the most common cause of liver disease as it is everywhere. It's easily available and people crave to have alcohol, and that's why it's the most common cause of liver disease. So when a person has alcohol, around 90 to 100% people will have fatty liver steatosis. And when they abstain from alcohol, it can come back to normal condition. But when they continue to have alcohol, it can lead to cirrhosis, progressive fibrosis, and cirrhosis in 8 to 20% people. And sometimes when they have severe binge drinking, or when they drink on empty stomach, or they skip meals and drink, or they have associated conditions like hepatitis B, hepatitis C, or malnutrition. In those conditions, or family history, genetic polymorphisms, in those conditions, they have propensity to uh, progress fast to alcoholic hepatitis, and that can also cause decompensated liver disease, or more importantly, acute on chronic liver failure. I showed in a previous seminar on acute and chronic liver failure. So this entire spectrum of alcoholic liver disease. What about metabolic syndrome associated fatty liver disease, or fatty liver for that sake? Hepatic fat infiltration, more than 5% hepatocytes as assessed by liver biopsy, is the definition of metabolic associated fatty liver disease, provided there is absence of excessive alcohol intake as defined by 2 standard drinks or 20 grams alcohol for men and 1 drink that is 10 gram alcohol in women. So what is the natural history of fatty liver? So when a person has diabetes or old age or high body weight, they are prone for just steatosis, that is fatty liver deposition. And in 25% of them in 3 year time, or 44% of them in 6 years time, progress to fatty liver associated steatohepatitis, that is inflammation. And in that, around 5 to 18% people can progress to cirrhosis. Whereas those people with risk factors for progression like diabetes, weight gain, hypertension, menopause, or genetic polymorphisms, around 20 to 30% progress to fatty livers, hepatitis with fibrosis. Please note, this is without fibrosis, this is with fibrosis. And when they develop fibrosis, up to 38% people will progress to cirrhosis compared to 5 to 18% in without fibrosis. And many of them can even end up with liver cancer also.